Hello fellow survivors, we are back in the darkness on our way to 500 days, still looking for a moose, still heading towards Ash Canyon. We're gonna wait for this blizzard to pass and then see if we can find a moose, and if not, we're gonna keep going to Timberwolf Mountain. And we're gonna do it either way, of course, but yeah, we're still looking for that moose and we need to get it so we can get that hide curing. I mean, there's not a rush per se. There's no rush to get a moose. We can get a moose whenever. But it would be nice to have one curing while we do other stuff. So we're just stuck in here because of this blizzard. What I might do while we wait for this blizzard to pass, I'm just going to check over here. There's... here it is, I think. So there's like a destroyed barn, and I just want to see if there's anything here. There is a crate with nothing, crate with nothing, nothing in here. Okay, sometimes there's like a book or something in there. No such luck today, though. Okay, well, let's run back then. Let's check out this destroyed house while we're here as well. I don't see anything here either. Just checking areas I wouldn't usually check, just in case they change something, which doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, well, we're just gonna wait this blizzard out. We can't really do anything else, so it's getting light. Let's find this car. Can I actually find a car in the dark? A little bit tricky, but I think maybe we can. I think it should be around here. There's a dot coming up, so it's somewhere here. A little bit hard. Okay, it was nowhere near where I thought it was. It's over here. Then we can just, we might as well sleep an hour in the car. Let's see, and we can finish eating, or rather we can eat this. Then we won't smell for the wolves either. Have a drink. We're not as heavy anymore because of that also, which is good. I'm just gonna sleep, we can put 2, but I think we'll actually sleep 1 hour. And we're just gotta wait for this blizzard to pass. There's no point looking for a moose in the blizzard, you're not gonna find anything. Sounds like it may have ended. Sometimes the game tricks you though. Let's see. I have not been tricked. Alright, sweet. Then let's see if we can find this moose. And if not, we're not gonna hang around and wait for it to spawn. There's no point. I'd rather go check out the next spawn. And now we have checked out, how many have checked out? 1, 2, the third one we checked now. After getting the bow. Let's see what we got. In hindsight, I should have gone to Bleak Inlet, because there definitely would have been a moose there, very likely. But, oh well. We needed to go to Ash Canyon anyway. Let's see. If there's no moose, I'm just going to keep going. And start heading towards Timberwolf Mountain. Let's see what we got here. It usually is over here by the clearing, I think. Moose. Hey. Okay. Well then. That is a shame. We're getting cold, but we'll just be cold. We're gonna continue then. Next up is Timberwolf Mountain then, to find this moose.
I'm so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
There's the bear, but we're not gonna engage with the bear. We have no real reason to get another bear kill right now. I mean, we could, but we don't need it. We're just gonna leave this bear alone. And in Tim Wolf Mountain, there are 2 places it could be. It can be close to the entrance, by the landing gear, I think, and then by the wings. So we're gonna go check that out. How much food do I have? I have enough, but I'm still gonna grab these. So that's one of the bears, at least. And then now we're going to go up here, getting nice and quiet. There's a lot of places we could loot here in Pleasant Valley, but we're not going to loot any of it now. Like I said before, we are going to loot some of the high-end locations that we are passing through anyway. I will take this, but I don't know if we'll actually use it or bring it. But we're gonna we'll loot stuff that we pass through, but we're not going to go out of our way for most of it. There's a wolf over there. He's kind of in the way. So right now, for example, I won't loot anything on my way to Tim Wolf Mountain other than the prepper cache. And I'll leave some wood there if I'm too heavy. And I think that's it. There is the Misty Falls picnic area, which is a cave not far from here, by a river. And that cave can have coffee in it, which is great. But we're not going to go there. There's Point of Disagreement, which doesn't really have much loot in it, but it does have, I think, a memento key, which I need to pick up, or we can do that going back. So we're just going to go into the bunker. Oh, I see, eh? Let's see if I can get past this wolf without attacking it. Would be good. Generally speaking, you can just walk the dog like this, just walk away and they won't attack you. But it does happen. If they catch up, it does happen. So there's a little shortcut. You can also just go around over there. Not a big deal. But you can also just go here. And just hug this wall here. And you end up on this ledge and you go over. Just be careful here though, because here there could be a bear. And you want to be careful with that. There's a cave right there, where you see the carcass, and that can be a bear cave, and he patrols around here, so be careful with that. Nice clear there. Hopefully it won't be changing too fast, because I want to probably sleep for an hour in the prepper cache. And this river here, that's what I was talking about. This river, you follow it this way, you get to the Misty Falls picnic area, where there's usually a bit of misc food. And you can also find, or maybe we should, don't Point of Disagreement is right there, might as well check it out now. And inside that there's a cave, and in that cave there is a waterfall you can go through, and in there can be coffee. On low difficulties you can find a bow there as well. Anything here? No. Okay, I usually go this way, straight to the rope, but I mean, seeing as this is right here, we might as well have a look. And the only reason I'm running is to get there faster so I don't take as much cold damage. Cold damage, rather. Alright, so in here, I believe there is a memento key to a cache that I believe is in the church. Let's see if I remember correctly, because I found it before, but I never picked it up. Or rather, I never used it. Let's see what we got here. Nothing, nothing. Scrolled message. He's been hiding them in, holding those stims, hiding in piano. Right, nice stims. There we go, memento cache. No key though, I think this one is without the key. I think you just pick up. But I don't know, I never done it, so maybe on the way back or later we can do it. I think maybe you don't need the key for that one. And then, are there more feathers somewhere? If you're wondering why I'm opening the hoods, there's two reasons for it.
Stuff will come in handy.
This one I don't think can be opened, no. Oh, any feathers first, then I'll explain. So opening the hoods is an indication to my future self that I have looted that car. If I didn't open the trunk or, you know, or something else, then, you know, I have to open it again later when I have a pry bar or something. But if I have done everything, I opened the trunk, I looted the seats, I checked devices, everything. If I've done all that stuff, then I tend to open the hood if I can, which is a signal to show in the future that I have looted all that stuff and I can safely ignore it unless I fancy checking it again. That's the wolf right there. There's usually two wolves around here. I'm not going to sprint anymore because it's a nice clear day. I do have maglans if I want to make a fire, so we could maybe not sleep. Yeah, maybe that's an idea. But we need to check out the prepper cache and also leave behind anything we might want to leave behind also. Like wood or whatever. Let's see what we got here. Here we have one of these. Wood. Nothing there, I'll take that. Here you got a backpack. Check in here. Nothing in here. Wood. And then we'll go in here. Warm up a little bit and loot a little bit. We lost a lot of health doing this, but that's okay. Cabin fever is a little bit high. In lower difficulties you can find guns behind these crates, so be on the lookout for those. See what we got. Nothing. Also nothing. Let's check these. There we go. And this is one of those few places where you can check the grates. I never found anything here on Loper that I can recall anyway. But on lower difficulties I found bullets in there. Check all of these for random loot. Nothing there. Okay, there's nothing here. We're going to leave some stuff behind because we're too heavy. So we're going to leave this for starters. I prefer leaving things in the mountaineer's hut, but we can't really do that right now, obviously. So we're just going to leave whatever we can't really bring with us that's heavy. We might as well leave this too. It doesn't matter if it gets ruined or anything. And let's leave... we need to leave some of this stuff behind. There we go. Okay. And then I will possibly drink a coffee. Don't think it's necessary though. But we'll see. We're probably going to get tired climbing up here, but it's not a very long rope climb. I think we should be alright without a break. If it was longer, I would have a break, but we don't need it. There we go. And then I think, just to avoid taking too much damage, We're gonna make a little fire here, seeing as it's sunny out and we have our mag lens. So I'm just gonna put some sticks on here to warm up a little bit. Maybe cook some birch tea, drink that.
One little fire.
Because if I do find a moose, I have the health really now. But I'll probably take another 10%, 20% damage before I get warm again. And I'd rather just do this and sleep. So let's put on some sticks. We can pick up more sticks if we find the moose. So we'll do that. Let's get into cover as well. If this is cover. I'm not sure if there is cover. Is there cover? Yeah, well, whichever. We're going to put this here and that there. How much water we got? Not that much. We'll do half a liter. Then we're going to prepare these. Then we'll take this and we will cook that. Grab that and then we'll boil this water. And there we go. And then we're going to just place all of these teas in a little circle here. In this case, just the birch ones. We don't really need the other ones. We got a little birch circle here. We can eat this as well. And also we can have this. There we are. If you want, you can reset the teas by right-clicking like this. So these teas are going to burn eventually. What you can do, you can right-click them like this, and then you let go. And you see the timer restarted, and now it just says hot, so now they don't burn. This is the same as if I were to place this, and then place it back. See, now the timer has reset again, but it doesn't say hot anymore. Instead, I can just do this. Now it's 7 minutes. The timers are resetting. And now they don't burn. Even if they stay for a long time, it might say cold. It might, but they won't burn. If you, however, instead put it on top of this, then it will burn. Always. Now this is an exploit to do this, like this. It's not intended, and I can tell you it's not intended because there was an easy... In the past, you can just put the teas around like this and they would never burn. And then the developers patched it, so it was clearly the developers' intention to remove the possibility of a tea circle. That's why they patched it. And then people discovered you could just do this. So this is an exploit. However, it's one of those exploits that are perfectly acceptable because it would make kind of sense that you could put teas and drinks near a fire and it would heat up and it wouldn't burn. It would just become warm, So it's one of those exploits that a lot of people do and it's not particularly frowned upon. But again, as I always say, how you play the game is up to you. If you want to use an exploit like that or not use it, who cares? Play the game however you want, So how am I looking with torches? I got 3. I'm going to get a couple more. I'm also going to drink one of these to warm up some more. And also regenerate a little bit of health. I don't have low health or anything. But it is a little bit of a trek. Let's see if we can get some good torches. Good torches only. Getting good torches now, while earlier I got really bad torches. There's a bad torch. Bad torch. And then the last one we'll just take. And we pick these up. And then we go. And we are starting to get heavy because we are tired. But that's okay. We have already, climbed the rope. So now we're going to see if we can find a moose. There can be a moose near Mountaineer's hut or by the wing. And I'm hoping it's there, so then at least I don't have to carry any hides around in Ash Canyon. Well, I mean, I don't have to carry a hide around Ash Canyon either way. If I kill a moose in Ash Canyon, I can leave it in like Angler's Den or something and then pick it up later, but it's only going to be cured for like a couple of days. So it would be better if it was here, because then it can cure while I go to Ash Canyon and do the summit and all that stuff. Got a nice clear day. If you have the opportunity, once you have the mag lens, you know, start a fire with the mag lens. Because then you will, you won't use a match. But you can grab a torch from the campfire though. So the mag lens is a great resource that lets you save other resources. It's basically your key to surviving forever in this game. If it wasn't for the mag lens, it would be impossible to survive forever. Even if you used all your matches very, very carefully and you made 2 tons of water every time, and by the time you ran out of matches, you had, you know, 2 million liters of water. Okay, yeah, then you are set for a really long time. But you are still going to die at some point. But because of the mag lens, you can, at least in theory, survive forever. Because it allows you the possibility to cook and make water. And if you have nothing else, if everything else breaks, you can still throw a stone at a rabbit, harvest it with your hands, light a fire with the mag lens, cook the rabbit, and boil some water. And then you'll never die. Is that realistic? No, probably not, but that's not really... doesn't mean anything. It is one of the ways you can survive forever. Okay, so here is... this is a landing gear. There can be a moose here. I don't think it is here, because I don't see any markings. I'm going to go here because there's birch trees, so I want some bark. Not much, really. No moose. The moose would be roaming around here if it was out. But it's not. Now, people often ask me... I'm going to grab this. People often ask me, what is the best base in the game? And in reality, there isn't really an answer to that question, because it really depends on you. Like, what is your preference? Depends on what you want. For some people, the perfect base in this game is a cave in the ravine. Why? Because there are no predators there. So unless they introduce a predator there, like a wolf or a cougar, then you'll always be safe there, and you can harvest rabbits and deer, you know. So for some people, that will be the perfect base, right? For me, though, the perfect base is Mountain Near South. That is my favorite base. I probably spend the most time in Trapper's Cabin, but the best base is this one. Why? Because you have everything. Like, the Mountain Near South is just over the hill here. And surrounding it, you have everything you need. So let me illustrate. So here's the hut, right? And then just where we came from are rabbits roaming around. There can be a moose over there. But even if there is no moose there, you can still find a moose a bit further down that way. So it's not too far away. Right? So you have rabbits and then moose. And then out on the ice here, you can find wolves. So if you go into wolf meat or resources, there's wolves often out on the ice. Not today though, but you can find wolves out here. And if not, then they are nearby. You can also find deer out on the ice. Again, they're not out today, but you can find deer. And then there's a fishing hut as well. And then there's a bear further down that way, and there's a bear up the creek as well. It can be 2 bears up there actually. So you have pretty much everything that you want. So this is a perfect base. I'm just going to check here because there's some cattails, and this boat here by the hut can actually have a hammer. Let's grab this. On lower difficulties, you want to check this pair, all pairs really, because you can find knives and hatchets embedded in the wood. On Antelope, that shouldn't happen, but these pillar things, you can find knives and hatchets in. So just check them out if you're playing on Stalker or below. Just have a look. You might find something. And here, nothing here. No, okay. But I have on a previous run found a hammer here. I think it was lying here in this boat. Anything in here? I don't think so. No. Okay, well let's go into the hut. And how's my cabin feel? It's shrinking. We're not going to stay here very long anyway. We are tired, but we have the bedroll, so we're good. Let's see what we got here. We'll probably leave some stuff here too. I might drink a coffee just because... Oh, rope.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
No, we're not going to bring it, Astrid. So. Journal. Let's search this area. See what we got. What's that? Granola bar. Fishing book. Sports vest. Hey, another Maglans. Is that 3 Maglans I found so far? I think so. Scrolled message. Memento with survival hint. Corpse to computer. That must be the ravine. Yeah, down here, yeah. Cool. And we have matches. These matches are guaranteed. They're always here. These matches before used to be here. Okay, but they changed it. To there. Cloth. I'm going to leave the wood here so we can have it there, stay there. And then a hatch. Gloves. Towing kit. Alright, this is definitely going to be the regional base here. So we might as well dump some stuff. Put this book over here. Whatever we don't really need. So let's see. The book. 12 matches. And let's write that down before we forget. So I used to take these notes much later, but now I do it. I was going to call a hot, I don't know. But I'm doing it now. And then we have, it's going to call a hot. It has, well, a book. Not so much more. I might drink a coffee because I'm going to take advantage of this weather. Let's actually start a fire. Just to heat some things up. We don't need to make anything, but I just want to heat things up. The weather's very, very nice, so I want to go and check out the moose now.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to drop all of these. Okay, these are all... Okay, good. And then put the maglens in with the highest condition. We'll also put in gloves and the vest. And I guess we can put in a couple of sewing kits. And this we can drop here. Actually, there's very little cloth here in Timberwolf Mountain, so we'll put these 2 in, and then drop that there too. And then we'll put also book, maglens, birch. Let's also do this. Well, here is to warm up a slightly bit more. think the weather has changed, but marginally so. Grab these, and then we're going to go. And I should have actually drunk a coffee. And sorry, heated up a coffee, but I forgot. I'm actually going to drink one of them now. Sometimes I save them, because an interloper... Oh, there's the bear. He's out for a walk. There we are. I'm not going to drink more than one. An interloper, coffees are quite rare. Oh, here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. Look, there's a wolf, there's a bear, there's a deer, and rabbits as well. So we got everything, the whole package. He's reached his limit, he's going away. What are they saying? Oh, your coffee. Let me just check this out and I'll come back to you about that. Scrawled message, memento with survival hint. I'll have to make the camp before dark. Is this the one that's... Cave system? Ah, this must be... This is the route to Ash Canyon. Yeah, okay. I'll pick up this thing. Doesn't matter. Okay. So we can go around this bear. We'll grab the cattail though, or at least some of them. So, there's not that many coffees to be found on Interloper. You'll find probably... Ooh, it's hard to say. Maybe... 4 tin cans? Maybe? You usually find 1 or 2 cans of coffee at the summit, which makes 10 cups. You very often find some coffee in like Signal Hill and or the farm. And then you might find one randomly around in like a Hunter's Blind or something. So yeah, you'll find probably maybe 5 cans of coffee is what you'll find. And then you'll find the odd single cup as well. So let's say there's 28 coffee cups in Interloper. Let's be generous. Let's be generous and say there's 30 cups of coffee. There's not that much. I would say it's probably realistically less than that. But that means that they're very limited. I tend to save them, but I use them in the early game. So it's quite common that I would use 5 to 10 coffees in the early game just to, you know, get to areas faster or climb better or whatever. And then I preserve them. So in the late game, I always carry 1 cup of coffee on me just in case I need it. But other than that, I don't usually carry coffee. I'll use it. It's just for emergencies, really. Okay, here we have the moose markings. Now the question is the moose out? Yes, it is. Okay. The wolf got scared of the moose. This moose is fairly easy to kill because you have the this tree here that they can't really access. So this one's quite easy. You're pretty safe from the moose with this one. The good thing about a moose, they don't bleed out, which does make them harder to kill. But it also means that they won't run away. If you hit them and they flee, they run away and then they start walking back. Okay, so let's go here. You can go through this one, I think. Yeah. And here's the moose. He's coming towards me. I'm going to shoot him. Try and hit him in the face. That was a Hail Mary shot. Okay, let's... He's going to start moving back towards where I just was. He's already done it, yeah. I need to pick up my arrow that's over there. If you shoot the moose before he spots you, he usually will flee. We don't really need to chain the torch, but let's see if we can hit him again. My escape route here is to run back to that thing. I missed. Okay, he got scared, so... Let's grab these arrows. Doesn't really matter where the moose dies. Where'd the other one go? Oh, I went past it. Because there's a cave near here, and I can just bring the moose there. Let's get one arrow in him. Let's get some more arrows in him. Now, we don't really need to carry this torch around. Because it's sunny out. But I just want to keep it going just in case the weather changes. Let's see. With moose and bears, you need to have a backup plan. Where do you go in case they charge you? You can dance around the trees, but it's a little bit risky. It's going to take a long time before that moose gets... gets down here. Can I go up there? I think it's a bit too steep. Can I go up here maybe? I think maybe here we can get up. Yeah, let's see. So here, if he attacks me, I can hop down. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Let's see if we can hit the moose from here. Get a bit closer. He's uphill as well. Maybe here. Oh, he's just running further and further away from me. It's alright as long as I can get him. It's not going to bleed out. That was a tricky shot, so because he wasn't that far away, but he was uphill. So that was a tricky one to calculate. I need to be a bit careful. Because he could suddenly appear. There he is. He's got one arrow in his head. So that's good. I need to have a backup plan here as well. There we go. This should be fine. What happened there? If he attacks me here, I think I can... What can I do? There are some ledges. I think this should be alright. Hey. Hey. Right here. Okay, we got him. Just when the wind is picking up. Alright, so there's a cave right down there. So we're gonna take the hide and everything there. Let's grab my arrows. 3 arrows. Sounds correct. Grab these 2. And here we're in actually a pretty good position. Because we're kind of in cover. Take this too. So we don't actually need the fire, but because I have fire, I'm going to nevertheless make a fire. And we're going to quarter this moose to get the hide faster.
Come on, little fire.
And then we'll let that cure in the cave. And then we can go to Ash Canyon. Just put on like for enough for 2 hours or something. This is why I brought all the wood, but because it took me so long to find the moose, I had to leave it behind. Let's do the usual. So we're gonna grab 2 kilos.
I would drink almost anything about now.
This also cures cabin fever because we're outdoors. And then we take another 2 kilos. Got that. Have a drink. And then just before I forget, I'm just going to grab this backpack that's up here. Just to make sure I don't forget about it. Hey, Polaroid. This looks like the summit? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Alright, that's good. We'll do that when we get there. 51 minutes. So then what we're going to do is going to start quartering this thing. Going to use the hacksaw. And stop about halfway. So here. This has been cooked. We're going to eat this. Put this aside. That there. Takes an hour 22. Put a couple of these on. Yeah. And then we're going to quarter the rest. And there we go. Floating moose. Might as well eat this. There we are. Have another drink. And then let me see. How long for this? 22 minutes. Okay, if that's the case, we might as well do... We can do 27 minutes. That's fine. How is that? I'll put these there. Put that to cook. Hey, cooking level 3. Fantastic. That takes an hour and a bit. And then what we'll do is we'll take this heavy stuff, and now we're going to smell to high heaven with this gut. But that's a... Oops. That's okay. We can light a torch. Let's grab one of these meat bags as well. And then we're going to head straight down here. It's really not that far, which is fantastic. That's the good thing about this moose. It's quite close to a cave. That it ran up here is actually makes it a little bit easier because we're a little bit nearer the cave. Not a lot, but a little bit. And it's downhill as well. So it's a little bit faster. So yeah. Gonna grab all this stuff, put it in this cave, then we're going to do the same thing as with the bear. We'll cook as much of the moose as we can, and the rest we'll leave behind, and we'll cook it later when we come back or something. It's just to preserve the the match, really. So let's go up here. So we got the moose. Took much longer than expected because we couldn't find one in Fallen Muskeg, in Mystery Lake, or Pleasant Valley. So the 4th attempt we found one. And he wasn't too difficult. You just gotta remember you gotta have an escape route. There we are. We'll pick this up, or rather we'll relocate this. Because we will cure this stuff here. So put this here. To cure, and then put the guts here next to it. I might as well put this sapling next to it as well. And I think we'll do what we did last time. We're going to drop some of our heavy things. Click this and then take heavy. Let's drop all of this. Get rid of the hatchet. That. These two. The rest we can carry for now. The wood, we're going to drop the wood. Oops, not the hacksaw. Wood will drop here. Okay. Now a bit faster. We're still going to get exhausted, but that's okay. We basically want to get all this meat back down here. Cook as much of it as we can in the cave. and then we'll probably sleep in the cave as well. If the weather's really bad, if we get a blizzard and it's too cold, well, in that case, we make our way back to the Mountaineer's hut, if that's the case, and sleep there. You can sleep in the Mountaineer's hut safely, but if it's very early game and you have bad gear, you can die in there. It can get cold. Okay, so how's this looking? 33 minutes. Okay, that's good. In which case we can take one of these. Yeah, and then we'll take this. How much is that? Can I take another one?
I'm not sure I can
Yeah, we can take 3. Head back down. This is not too slow. I smell to high heaven, but the wolves are far away. It's quiet, and I have my torch. If it wasn't quiet, if it was windy, meaning that the torch wouldn't work and I would have to use a flare, I wouldn't drop some of my clothing down there in the cave, because if something happened and I was forced to fight the wolf, I'd want to have my clothing items for protection. But because I have the torch and it's quiet, it's okay. We'll pick up the rest of the sticks later. Two more bags to pick up, should be alright. As well as the food that's been cooked. That should be doable. Then we'll start another fire. And then we'll cook everything we can. That's the plan. And the rest, we can leave. There we are, put these meat sacks here. There we go. Back out we go. I've heard that noise before of him walking in the cave like that. I think it might have been dragging in snow or something. I don't know what that was exactly. Alright. That's what is that wolf doing up there? That was unexpected. I think I know why he was up there. That was weird to see a wolf up here, but I think I know. I don't think he ate one of the decoys. I mean, he could have, but no, he didn't. So there were 2 left. Now, what happened there was the wolf, when I picked up the other meat bags, I got a lot of smell, you know. So what happened was there was probably a wolf nearby. Maybe he was on this side or something. He smelled me, and then he went away, he smelled me, which was over here. And he walked all the way up here. And then after that, I wasn't there anymore. Okay, we're going to also put this, grab these two, and then that's it. We got the whole moose. Drag it back down here. Start a fire. We'll cook, and then while it's cooking, I'll go and find some more wood. I'm actually warm enough that I could probably harvest some limbs. There's a wolf on my right. Here he comes. And wolf. There we are. Well, I had a wolf. You can smell all that juicy meat, can't you? Anyway, I would like to get rid of you, so go away. A little fun fact. I haven't tested it rigorously, but it seems to be true. The bigger your torch, the more protection you have against the wolves. As in, when you have a torch and drop it on the ground, and then you aim at the wolf with a stone or whatever, you know, they approach you and then they run away, right? And you have like an aura around you, which is kind of designated by this the light that the torch provides. And the more fuel you have left on your torch, the wider this aura is, and therefore they will stay further away. So there, he got kind of close because there wasn't much left of this torch. And if you have a full torch, mega torch, they get afraid further away. Again, I haven't tested this thoroughly, but it appears to be the case as far as I can tell. Actually, let's find out where the... Here we are.
I was so tired I could lay down right.
If I fail this, the torch might die. Because I am kind of gambling it. Oh! Okay, I think I have one more torch. I do. And I'm gonna make the fire on the outside. You can tell that this is the inside because I'm warming up. This is the outside because I'm... there we are. Because I'm cold. And the thing is, in the game, it's a bit strange, but the duration of the fire is determined by where it is. So a fire outdoors lasts longer than a fire indoors. And a cave is outdoors, but it still has an interior and an exterior. And therefore, you'd think that you should start the fire on the exterior, i.e. outdoors, and then it would last longer. But actually, the way it works in the long dark is that the fire duration is, strangely enough, unless they changed it recently, it's determined by the player location. Which means that if you have a fire on the inside, which this is on the inside, but I'm standing on the outside and using it, it actually counts as a fire being outside. Very strange, but that appears to be how it works. I should have made a little bit of water while I did this for a while. Okay, cook this. Harvest this. Harvest this too. And when this is cooking, I'll find some more wood. Okay, harvesting 3, nice. This is a small piece. Small piece. Put one of these on, and that. Let's pick up this stuff, so I don't forget it. We can harvest these, and let's put this back on, and that back on. There we are. These are cooked. There's my water, it's alright. There we go. And then while that's cooking, let's just grab some sticks that are out here. And we'll sleep in this cave if we can. But if it's too difficult, we'll have to go back to the mountainous hut. I don't want to use all my fuel to cook this moose. I would like to have a little bit left, like at least 1 piece of coal, maybe 2. And a couple of sticks. But the rest can be used. This is why I brought so much wood in the first place. But I had to dump some of it because I was getting too heavy. Now, strong winds. I'm gonna have my bow out. Actually, I'm probably gonna have this out. Better. There's a container there to open, but I think we'll do that later. Not right now. 2 wolves. Not too much more in terms of wood. I guess we're not super cold, so I guess we could break down this stick. We can also actually break down this fir limb. I think that's a fir limb. Use our hands. We don't smell, so the wolves should not be attracted to us. We should be okay. Same here. Might get a little cold, but that's alright. And then this, I think we can break this down, or is this too big? No, we can, yeah.
I need to
Now 18. You can't break it down to hacksaw, it seems. Or can you? But if I do this, there's only really one tool. Now 18. What if I drop that tool? No, you can't. I think you can do fur limbs though. Why can't I get up here? We might do that. Break that thing down. Okay, we got some sticks. 23 minutes. Okay, well let's harvest a bit. And then we have this. Yummy moose meat. We are warm again. Takes an hour 13. Let's see. Can I break this down? Pretty much the same duration as it is to cook. So I mean, we're barely. Oh, let's see. Can I? There we are. There we are. Yeah, perfect. Heh, nice. That's something you rarely do on Interlope without a fire next to it, but it worked out. Alright. And then I think this will be cooked. Which it is. Put this back. And put some sticks on. We'll have 3 left. One of these. And we'll keep going. We'll cook as much as we can. Doesn't matter how long we do it. Three minutes. 45, sure.
I could eat a horse. I'd say a lot because I love horses.
There we go. Rinse and repeat. Put another one of these on. Small piece. I'm almost losing well fed there, so I gotta pay a little bit of attention to that. Eat this. Then eat this. No parasite risk with this, which is great. Now, some water as well. There we go, how about that? Now 5, let's just keep harvesting all. I want to harvest all of this. We don't have to necessarily cook it, but we do need to harvest it. Because otherwise these meat bags will go away, and we don't want that. Drop that. This is actually an easy way to get a little piece. Do it in 2 sessions. "12 minutes. Actually, what we can do instead, prepare 2 of these. Takes 10 minutes. There we go. That's cooked. Cooked. Put this back on here to cook. Put one of these on. And then we'll have harvested everything. And then we'll just cook as much of it as we can. And then we'll leave the rest for now. We'll sleep as well, as long as we can. And now, what we can do, we can multitask by actually putting this down next to the fire. We're going to use these. We use 1 coal as well. 1 more stick. Okay. 19 minutes, so while we wait for that, just make this. Do I have any torches, like at all? I have 1 bad torch, so I'll grab another one. And actually, while we wait for this to finish, we will harvest these. We can just have the 1 torch, it's fine. And what we'll do is, we're gonna place these here in a little moose pile. Do this, and then we're gonna sleep for 1 hour. Next to the fire. Might as well utilize Sorry, we're not really doing anything in that hour. Not really. If I had a book I could read, although I'm too tired anyway, so. Okay, and then it's 12 minutes, so prepare these two. Multitasking here. 2 minutes. And then we do the same thing. Sleep again for an hour. And then this says 12 minutes, so why don't we map? And there we go. That's then done.
I'm getting tired.
We can't cook all of this, but we can cook a lot of it. And sleep another hour. Not sure if this counts as outdoor or indoors if I'm clicking on it there, I don't know. And then we should be able to sleep another hour as well. I don't have that much water, so I might make some water instead. Or one moose and one water or something. So we're just going to... I don't think I have anything else to make. No. No. So this is wait for that to be done. Put that over here. And then we will put one of these on. And... a litre and a half? Yeah, should be right. Sleep an hour. Let's see, that's 14 minutes left, so we reached the end of the road for that fire. But that's okay. 11 minutes, 19 minutes, so this could maybe... Let's put a stick on for that, and let's also harvest this stick. This torch, rather. I think we might be able to sleep in here without the fire after the fire burns out. There we go. 5 minutes. Put that there. Let's just also put this here. A little stack. There we go. Oh, we also had this. Forgot about that. Oh, okay, in that case, we'll do this again. Yeah, just keep going then. I forgot I had those. And then we'll do a litre instead. Yeah, it's better. Sleep another hour. Get some fatigue back or stamina. 6 minutes, that's boiled. Could cook a tea, I guess. We wait. Could also speed this up by doing this. I actually cooked nearly all of it now. Takes 59 minutes now. Yeah, I sleep 1 more hour. See if that makes a difference. And that's cooked. But that's about it. And we have just a small pieces left, but I don't think we can cook those. I could do a quick check. Give me 2 minutes. See if I can find another stick. Because we are very close to just doing all of it. So let me just see. I can see a couple sticks actually. We can maybe cook the rest of it. I don't think we can sleep while we do it, but we can cook it because they're quite small pieces. There's a stick. I don't see the wolves right now. There's the wolf. Not as many sticks as I would like. There's more sticks where the wolf is. There's more sticks, but a little bit further. It's a little bit in the way. Oh, come on, you detected me from there. Fine. There's nothing here, it's too far. Okay, well, found like one stick. That might be what's left of it then. I could harvest some of these limbs, but the fire will die out before I can do it. Yeah. Okay, well that's, oh, here's some branches, or, yeah, some branches as well. I'm not sure if they just spawned or if I just missed them, but I have to get rid of this wolf to get these though. But I can get them. The wolf gonna give up? Yeah, he gave up. How are we looking here with this fire? I think we can actually do that, yeah. So we grab these two, put them in, and then we put on our last sticks, and then we'll go grab these branches here, which seems to have disappeared now. Where did they go? That's just bizarre. They were just here. That happens sometimes. It's just one of these annoying bugs. Oh, here's one though. Don't detect me, okay? Yeah, it is. Where's the other ones though? Ugh, fine. Bit frustrating, but oh well. I think we can actually cook all of it, yeah. That is all of it. Change this back. 22 minutes. That'll probably be enough. Nothing to prepare. 1% left of this arrow, so next time I fire an arrow it's gonna break no matter what, so I have to make that count. If I hit an animal with it, it will do just the same. An arrow break, the condition of an arrow does not impact its damage. I can one-shot an animal with this. I can shoot a bear in the face and it will die in one hit. You know? Let's put... moose hide plus X12 guts in forest cave. Just in case I forget. It's like plus lots of meat. Okay. That is good. I'll eat one of these smaller morsels. And this should cook, even though it's 4 and 7. Now the branches are back. But we'll leave those. Pick this back up. 8% cured. By the time we come back from Ash Canyon, it won't be cured. It will be 30 or something. And we have to carry this back to trappers, and it will cure along the way. But I will be surprised if this is going to be more than, I don't know, 50% cured by the time we get back home to trappers. And I have to carry it because it's 5 kilos. But we will have the technical backpack when we come back, which allows us to carry 5 kilos. So it probably will be okay. Alright, let's see here. I think we can sleep for 1 more hour. And then we're going to head to Ash Canyon. And head to Angler's Den and then prepare for the gold mine. I've picked that up and I'm gonna eat one of these morsels. Have a drink. And now we used all our wood, so we're not as heavy. But we are going to be heavy soon. We'll take... There's nothing else to really leave here. Not really. So we're going to take the rest of us, but we're also going to take some food for the road. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, say. And now we have to go into Ash Canyon. There's a shortcut that I might use just to avoid these wolves. But it's a little risky. There's a drop down here into the ravine, which leads to Ash Canyon. I'm thinking of doing that. Alternatively, we could go to the deer clearing, but I think we need to sleep some more in a cave for that. But we could do that and bypass the bitter marsh. Maybe we should do that, actually. Yeah, because if I was going to take the ravine exit into Ash Canyon, which allows me to enter bitter marsh, and there's a ton of cattails. There's that broken fishing hut. There is a moose spawn there, which we don't need now, but it is there. And then there's some wolves and things in the way. But what we could do instead... I'll lower this because we don't need it right now. We could get up to deer clearing here in Tim Wolf Mountain. And we will go through the cave there that leads to Ash Canyon. And go over Climber's Peak and down into Angler's Den. And if we do it that way, we don't have to go through the wolves. Because there's going to be wolves in Bitter Marsh, which is not a big deal. They're not hard to circumvent. There are also wolves near Angler's Den we have to go through. But if we take this route instead, we don't have to encounter any wolves, most likely. Maybe one, but... Here's the ravine. So down here, this leads to Ash Canyon. That cave right there at the end of the ravine, that's Ash Canyon. So we could hop down here now and hop in. It probably is a shorter trip to do it that way. But a little bit risky to climb down and everything. But there's a lot of wolves and stuff in the way. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take the route to Angler's Den via Climber's Cave. We can check Climber's Cave itself. We can see if there's any loot or anything. We could drink a coffee, but we're not going to do that, I don't think. We should be fine to climb, but it's... I might sleep an hour or two in this cave over here. Just because... I don't want to get up to the deer clearing too tight. It's like a medium-sized rope. We'll also come out of that cave when we go to the summit. But that doesn't make a difference. We're also going to come back to Ash Canyon like all the other regions and conquer it properly and establish a regional base. But we're going to do that later. Okay, so we're going to sleep here for an hour, maybe 2. We got some wood here that we don't need to take. But let's sleep here. Drop that. I'm going to sleep here for 2 hours. That's better. We are rested enough. It's late in the day, but by the time we climb up there, we'll be quite tired again. I basically wanted the opportunity to climb up the deer clearing without getting up there exhausted. This should be enough for that. We probably would have been alright with less than this as well. But just to be sure. It's always good to leave yourself a bit of a margin, you know? In this game, It never hurts to be careful. You'll never be punished for being careful in this game. The only time you'll be, quote, punished for being careful in this game is if you take it too slow. If you spawn somewhere, go to a base, and you're like, oh, I'm safe in this base now. Okay, I found some food. Oh, it's a blizzard outside. Oh, it's a bit windy. I'm gonna wait here. Play it safe. I'll stay here, eat some food, wait it out, and then you wait a day, maybe wait 2 days, and then before you know it, it's like, oh, I'm running out of food. Okay, I should really be going now, but there's a blizzard outside still. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. So then you're playing it maybe a bit too safe, I suppose. But you know, that's also something that some people do. Not sure if by the time you're watching this video, if this has been released or not, but oh, there's double rope here. That's a visual glitch going on. I have a video about what's called the SAC experiment, where I got some veterans and novices to play the Long Dark on Interloper to analyze how they played. And one of the things was that quite a few veteran Long Dark players who have thousands of hours in this game, when they spawned, they would find a base, in this case in Pleasant Valley, and they would stay in that base for like a whole day. And they would do like some repair some clothes, read a book, craft some stuff, wait out the blizzard. So even they do it. They spawn, they find some shelter, and they stay there for like a day. Sometimes a bit longer than a day, and then they move on. So people do that, but they don't stay longer than that. No, in the early game. So here is the memento hint. This is deer clearing. We could actually map it. And here's the cave to Ash Canyon. And we could just do this. And there you can see that this is the memento hint. I wonder which one disables it. That one does, okay. So the first time I found it, I found this once before, and I went there and I was like, where is this thing? But of course, memento hint isn't a cache, it's just a location. A lot of people don't see this cave. They just like, where is the cave to Ash Canyon? They just walk, they come here around the corner, and they don't have no reason to look to the right. So they just walk past it, saying, where is this thing? Oh, it must be this cave. Okay, must be. And they go in, and it's like, it's not that one. Okay, I'm so confused now, right? But that's just how it is. So it's easy to miss. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can make a torch. So I like the memento hints, actually. They're a very good way to get newer players into areas that might easily be missed. I don't have much in terms of lantern fuel here, so I have to be a bit quick through these caves. I think there will be enough fuel for me to get through. I'll run if I have to. There is some special loot in this cave, I believe, which I might want to check out. I'll go this way. I'm going to come back out here, but I'm just going to have a look here. Okay, that's the survivor. We'll probably loot on the way back because of I don't have much lantern fuel. Maybe I can check it out very quickly. Just very quick, yeah. So in this cave here, what we got in here? We got wood and antibiotics. Not much else. And then let's quickly check here. You can find a wolf carcass in here. If you want the wolf health early. Not today though. Instead have an unfortunate survivor who seems to have been crushed by rocks. Bad way to go. Hey, matches! And chocolate. Ouch. Get insulated boots on. Imagine if the Long Dark was like Fallout, where you can just loot everything that a character has. You know, like in Fallout, if you kill a bandit or whatever, you can pick up every piece of clothing they have, except their underwear. Imagine that was the case here, then every corpse you found, you'd loot all the clothing, which would make it more realistic, but you'd just be drowning in clothing, unless they made corpses rare. So yeah. The Long Dark is not meant to be realistic. Some people sometimes complain about the Long Dark and say, like, well, it's not particularly realistic. Like, who has water bottles in the backpack? Where do those water bottles come from? Who can billy goat down like that? Wolves don't act like that. Who has loose teacups in their backpack? And so on and so forth. But it's not meant to be a survival simulator with realism. It's meant to have enough realism for the game to feel immersive and realistic, so that you kind of buy the concept and the immersion. But it's not meant to be so realistic that it feels like a training exercise for real survival. So you have to give yourself a break and kind of like tolerate certain things, even if they don't make sense. So here we are in Ash Canyon. Again, because it's such a nice day, we'll do some mapping. There we are, entrance. What we're going to do now, we're going to go up the slope here, which leads us to Climber's Cave. And then we can hop down from there to Angler's Den, because there is a little route down to Angler's Den that can only be accessed from Climber's Cave, and there can be loot on that route as well. I'm going to leave most of these cattails. I have a lot of cattails and I have moose meat, so I'm going to leave those cattails for now, and then we'll see. Might pick up some more cattails later. But now we're not going to explore most of Ash Canyon. We're just going to take this route into Angler's Den. And then we're going to head to the gold mine to get the backpack. And we'll explore the loot on the way there. But we won't go to Miner's Folly. We won't go to Homesteader's Respite. Or any of that. We're going to come back to it. We're pretty much just doing this while the hides cure. So this would mean that when I come back to Tim Wolf Mountain, the hides will have begun curing. By the time I come back to Mystery Lake, the hides are... the bear hide is hopefully cured, and we can start crafting some stuff. And we'll have our technical backpack, so we can carry more stuff. And that makes exploring a lot easier. If you have the technical backpack, you don't necessarily need to get the technical backpack early or anything. This is just my way of playing this game. You don't need to get the technical backpack early. You can get it later in the game. It's just that having it early gives you more freedom to explore, because you can carry more stuff, and thus you can loot more stuff and explore more stuff. So it's just a very helpful thing to have, even though it's not essential. Perfectly normal if you want to find the technical backpack later, especially if you're not that confident in Ash Canyon or anything like that. Yeah, there's a campfire. Anything here? We got what's this? Looks like a sewing kit and water purification tablets. Okay. There's also a lot of birch bark here in Ash Canyon, like a lot of it. We're not going to pick up too many now, but when you come back from Ash Canyon, we'll probably pick some up. There's a lot of it here. There's a few places where you can find lots of birch bark if you ever need it. In case you want to do a birch bark run only, which I have done and others have done. It is possible to survive on Intla with only birch bark. A little bit rough, but it can be done. But more commonly, you use birch bark to... heal after an injury or losing too much health, or if you're very tired or something like that. Just counteract that. Here we have a corpse underneath this little bridge. I didn't see any crows, but I think the weather isn't for crows right now, so we're gonna do this instead. And there's a few places where there's lots of birch bark. So here in Ash Canyon, there's a birch forest. It's actually that way. You can kind of see the top of the trees. You find lots and lots of birch there, including oversized birch, which is a bug. You tend to get these massive birch bark. So there's one in Ash Canyon, a big birch forest in Ash Canyon. There's another birch forest in Pleasant Valley. We went through it earlier. Lots of birch there. And then there's a birch forest in Ravine. You can find a decent amount of birch there. And there's also one in Fallen Muskeg by... I always call it Edge March. No, it's Marsh Ridge. Yeah, that's where there's also birch forest. Then there's some more birch here and there, but those are the 4 main areas. And we have Climber's Cave. There's 2 entrances. We're going to use the back entrance, which is down here. We might even be warm in here, which we yes, we are. Barely, but we are. Ah, +8. We could even sleep here if we wanted to, but we don't need to. We've been outside a lot, so cabin fever is not going to be an issue, I don't think. And here we have accelerant, a drink, notebook page, and backpack. New location discovered, no name. But nothing else that I can see. Can we map actually? Or is it too dark? Yeah, it's too dark. Even though it's a starry night, but... Okay, we could stay here if we wanted to. If we had cabin fever, maybe I would, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to grab the wood either because it's too heavy. Or cattails, anything. We will come back here another time. This lake has rabbits. And it also has cattails. So we're going to go and pick that up another time. There's also a cave to the right. Over there, there's a cave you can go to. And we're in a special area right now. Might be a bit hard to see at night, but to my right, up here, you see this like little perch over there. That's the Wolf Plateau of Ash Canyon. The classic Wolf Plateau. There used to be wolves up there, and that area is inaccessible. You cannot get there. You used to be able to get up there with a trick called the campfire trick, or you can use a stone cache trick. But that got patched, you can't do it anymore. So now that area is inaccessible completely. In the past there was a Polaroid up there, and then they realized people couldn't get up there, and they changed it. If you want to see a video about that, you can look for Wolf Plateau on my channel, and you'll find a video what that area is like. It's no longer accessible, and there's no longer anything up there. There's also a rope anchor. You can you see it? Did we go past it? Yeah, we went past it. It's further that way, I think. Which you have to go around to attach that rope, which we'll do another time. And now I would light the lantern so you can see better, but we're not far away. So now what we're doing is to my right over there by those cliffs. There is a cave, but it's just a regular cave where you can sleep. Straight ahead there's a rope. You can maybe see the outline if you're watching this on high resolution. You can see there's a rope climbing up there. You climb up this rope, and then one more just after it, you'll reach the high meadows. I think it's one of those, the Polaroid locations, a vista, where you can map Ash Canyon up there. And if you follow that route, you eventually get to Miner's Folly. There's basically 3 routes to Miner's Folly. It's this one, and then the Homesteader's Respite, which you have to access through this route, really, and then via the Angler's Den route. So here we are. Here is Angler's Den. It is there behind this rock. Okay, you can't really see, but it is right there behind that rock. We're gonna go there, and then we can get here by just going down. And here's some stuff you can break down, the table, that sort of thing. A bit dark, but I'm just having a look to see if there's anything. Let's hop down here as well, without taking too much damage or anything. Holster this. Is there anything here? In the past there was nothing here, other than the planks you could break down. But they may have changed that. I'm looking around.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
I was hoping there would be a distress pistol kit, because I've seen others find that. They found a distress pistol up here, but it seems like there wasn't one, unless I just couldn't see it. Oh well. I think I took the silly route down here, but that's okay. Okay. There used to be a protective barrier around Angler's Den where you couldn't get attacked by wolves. Angler's Den would protect you from wolves, but they got rid of that. Let's pick these up. And we are cold now, we're exhausted. Let's go home to Angler's Den. Ash Canyon is a great area, in my opinion. A lot of people hate it because of the terrain. I think it's a really, really cool area. And here we are. And there we go. And I am going to go to bed in the dark. It should be when you come into the cabin, you just go straight ahead. You can go straight ahead until you stop if you like. Here I'm stopping, I won't go further. Then you just turn to the left, and you see the reticle lights up, so you know you're near something. So turn to the left and a bit down. And bench, a bit more left than bed. See? I have no idea what I'm looking at exactly, but I know it's to the left. Because when you come through the door, you are facing straight towards the wall and the bed's on the left. So you just go straight forward, and then turn left, and then just look up and down. And if you still can't find it, what you can do is get the bedroll out, look down, then you do like this, and there you can see the frame of the bed, and there's the bed. Okay, let's eat. I'll drink one of these that are close to being expired. You can actually drink both. They're not going to give you food poisoning in a low condition. There we go. And then we'll sleep for 10 hours. There we are. We are up and about. We are going to have another drink. We're going to sleep another 2 hours. Sounds like it's alright outside. It'd be better. Sleep 2 more hours. And there we are. Safe and sound. And here, fellow survivors, I'm going to leave you for this episode. We'll loot the Angler's Den itself next time. And then what we're going to do next time, we're going to go to the gold mine and get the technical backpack. And then we're going to head out of here and head towards the summit. So that's the plan. Technical backpack, here we come. Carry more stuff. We do love our loot. So let's get that sorted. We have survived. How long have we survived? We're on day 17. It's going pretty well. When did I kill the bear? Was that, I think that was here. I think. So it'll be cured on day 22, 23. So yeah, we got the moose in the end. And now we're here. So I'll see you next time, survivors. Bye bye.